All right, the Mariners did not make any roster moves today simply because Mitch Garver's X-rays came back negative, and he would not be expected to be the catcher tomorrow. The catcher tomorrow would be Cal Raleigh, 6 days before another day off next week. I believe we might not have a day off next week. I think we have a travel day. But Mitch Garver's X-rays came back negative, which is really good. Because unfortunately, if we had to go without a backup catcher, we would be in a really bad spot. Because when you don't have a catcher, when you don't have a backup catcher and your catcher gets hurt, you have a major, major problem. Unfortunately, and we actually had to deal with that yesterday when we lost the designated hitter. Yes, we do have next Monday the 8th off. We got a bark at the park tomorrow, and then a fireworks night, and then a patriotic cap, and then 3 games against the Blue Jays. We do not have a game outside of the Western time zone until, well, the Pacific time zone until the White Sox on the 26th. So we have 7 days off this month, including the 4-day All Star break where there's nothing going on. I am really excited that Mitch Garver's wrist X-ray came back negative because it means that if he has to go on the IL, it might be a 10-day stint. He comes right back. He's all good. We bring up like Sebi Zavala. We don't have Blake Hunt anymore. We traded him for Mike Bauman from the Orioles. He's been all right. It's just one of those things where you gotta do what you gotta do. People get hurt, and catching is one of those things where you don't really expect the guy to get uh, through an entire season healthy. Cal's probably pretty beat up by now. Mitch Garver's had injury histories, and he has done well in the past as a catcher. I'm not sure what our expectations will be should we bring up Sebi Zavala, who had like one of the worst performances I've ever seen as a Mariner. There's a reason he was designated for assignment and nobody picked him up. Other problems we have include Julio not hitting for power. Julio, I think, is on. Somebody said they think his on base percentage is under 300 right now, but I don't think so. I think his on base percentage is about to go under 300. I'm going to double check that right now. Julio this season, 336 at bats, 37 runs, 83 hits. His on base percentage is 297 and his average is 247. He's not taking his walks and his OPS is 624. 17 stolen bases, 29 ribbies, 207 ribbies in his career, 79 stolen bases in his career. He had 60 home runs coming into the season in 2 seasons. He had 408 hits on 1,501 at bats. So yeah, he's not hitting for power and he's not getting on base. It's a problem. I'm not sure what the Mariners can do about that, but at least we don't really have to worry too much about backup catcher as of right now. There's been some rumors that the Mariners are in the market for both relief pitching and a impact bat. I don't know. We'll see what they do. There's plenty of problems with that. Like right now, there's half the NL is within 5 games of a wild card spot, so we don't know who's going to sell or who's not. But good news, Mitch Garver doesn't have a broken bone from what we can tell from an X-ray, so he might miss maybe a couple days, maybe a week, maybe 10 days. He's definitely not out for the season, which is really good. You don't want your, designated hitter and backup catcher to be out for an extended period of time. I mean, you knew he'd miss a few games here and there. That's just a thing that happens. Plus, we can rotate other designated hitters. If he goes on an IL stint, I imagine we'd bring up Tyler Locklear and have him play as the designated hitter, or France as the designated hitter, while Locklear plays as